Contention. Critique. Conjecture. Conclusion.
The Huddle with corporate cars, saving you thousands on luxury European vehicles.
It is now 20 to 6. Josie Pagani joins us once again. Hello, Josie.
Hi, Larry.
Cameron Slater from Whale Oil. Cam, g'day.
G'day, Larry.
Josie, issue number 1, the Royal Tour. I get the feeling people are very happy to have the Royals here. It'll be very successful. First-time baby Prince George has been on an official tour. What do you see?
Well, they seem like a very nice couple and they seem genuinely in love and they're a nice family. It's just the whole royal thing doesn't do it for me, Larry. And I don't know, maybe it needs to be a little bit more like Game of Thrones where they would arrive in, I don't know, carriages and have
Are you
swords
wanting
and
the
things
Red
like
Wedding,
that.
Josie?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if Harry would knife William, that would make it really interesting and for succession of the throne. It's just, if they're just like us, Larry, what's the point of royalty? They've got to be other than us and sort of otherworldly. It should go God, Wills and Kate and us. But they seem very nice and vaguely irrelevant to my life.
Okay, and a lot of people feel very similar to that, but Cam, I think there has been somewhat of a resurgence in interest in the royal family with Kate and William and now little George. I don't think there's any denying that.
No, I don't think there's any denying that, and they nearly had a complete upset at the start of their trip today, and nearly had to land near Palmerston North, and that would have been a detour of an awful place to get to send.
Oh, they wouldn't have to go to Bulls. Imagine that. They could go to the second-hand shops and the McDonald's.
It'd be like meeting everybody who's a cousin with each other. That sort of thing. Wondering what had happened to them if they landed near Palmerston North, but they managed to escape and ended up in Wellington, and she got a nice bit of Wellington breeze up her skirt by the looks of the photos.
If they were our king and queen potentially, then Kate should have turned up in trackies and Ugg boots, and George should have been in a onesie. But they're not really our king and queen, are they?
I don't know. If we look at the equivalent we've got in New Zealand with who we're going to have to represent as a representative, we look at similar age group, similar sort of demographic of family. What we're looking at is, comparing someone from royalty in Maori, maybe Nanaia Mahuta and her baby and family, and Kate Middleton and Wills and little baby George. I know what I'm picking.
Well, but the thing is, though, Cam, it's not that. Look, if we're playing rugby, who are they going to support? They're not going to support the All Blacks, are they? They're going to support the English team, the Lions.
Well, if they like supporting losers, that's all well and good. But I think the royal family is a very, very good backstop to preventing two people putting their hand up to be president when we turn into a republic. And I've always said this. I will not support New Zealand moving to a republic until two politicians are dead. The first is Jim Bolger and the second is Helen Clark.
All right.
Trust you to lower the tone and...
Well, I don't know.
Go lower.
The thing is...
Go lower. Don't do it.
Who would want to do this, though? Maybe for a day it might be all right, but I can see a lot of downsides in their lifestyle. I really can.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, actually, Larry, I met Prince Edward when I was at university, and a friend of mine was at university at Cambridge, and I was in England at the time as a New Zealander, and I met Prince Edward, and I tried really hard to fancy him because I thought, this would be quite good. Marry a royal, have a great life, nice clothes, heaps of shoes, and all you have to do is be nice to people. But I just couldn't do it.
Well, you looked at the potential father-in-law, and saw there was some genetic issues there, didn't you?
And also I thought, what will we talk about? After we talked about how lovely New Zealand was, we had nothing in common.
Hey, we'll come back in a moment. Cameron Slater and Josie Pagani. It is now 16 to 6.
Driving home the point. It's Larry Williams Drive with ANZ, the bank with more local experts on NewstalkZB.
Josie Pagani and Cameron Slater. Cameron, issue number 2, the Mana Party have invited .com to speak at their annual conference this weekend. It says to me that Mr Harawira is on track for some sort of an alliance.
Some fatty German sausage, maybe. Look, I've been talking about this for some time. I was the one who broke the story that there was going to be an electoral arrangement, an electoral rort, if you want, of using the system to try and parachute in some additional MPs. I personally think it is fraught with danger. I think that it will fall apart, and I think Mana will fall apart, particularly when details come out of the court this week on the, dramatic breaches of employment law and minimum wages that his former employees will be filing in the court. When you've got people who profess to represent the working people joining forces with someone who's paid people $5.50 or $8 an hour, then you're going to have a dramatic falling out and a destruction of a party.
What do you see in this, Josie?
I can't see Sue Bradford putting up with this at all. I think I can see the membership of Mana, all four of them, splitting. And when you look at it, you think, well, .com is neither left nor right. He's this sort of libertarian, anti-establishment figure, and that's exactly what appeals, I think, to some in Mana, is this kind of anti-establishment, anti-American, disaffected thing. And it's not political. It's sort of people on the fringes.
He's deeply selfish, Josie, as well. He tries to buy absolutely everything. He tried to buy John Banks, and John Banks turned him down for that. And that's when .com should have got a hint that you can't buy New Zealand politicians. He's tried to inveigle his way into the right of New Zealand politics. It didn't work. And now he's found that the left wing of New Zealand politics seems to be, standing at the door with their caps out, waiting for some shekels to be poured into it. And that's not good for New Zealand politics, that people can think that they can buy it.
It's not good for democracy.
Well, aside from all of that, whether it's good or not for New Zealand politics, there is a moral side to this. This Mana party, if they go ahead with this alliance, even the fact that they're allowing him to address the party, there is an association. I mean, they're associating with a wanted man here, for God's sake.
Well, what they're doing is making sure that they're all getting talked about. And here we are talking again about the Internet Party and talking about Mana. And I can't think of anything that Mana's done recently that would make us talk about them. So I think that's what they're aiming at. And, I mean, look, the thing that we said this before, it's deeply cynical. The sense of one party on roughly 1%, another party on roughly 1%, trying to, parlay that into 2% and think they can hold the balance of power.
All to stop the very large benefactor from being extradited to the United States, because that's what this is all about. My insiders in the mansion tell me that Kim.com has this abiding belief that he's involved deeply in New Zealand politics, that he doesn't believe that he can be extradited. Now, he's absolutely wrong in law, and he's absolutely wrong in his belief, but that's what he believes, and that's why he is pushing ahead with this political party, despite all of his people who associate with him, all saying to him, Kim, this is wrong, it is going to backfire, people are not going to like this, but he believes if he's involved in New Zealand politics, then there can be no way that he can be extradited. And when he's finally sitting on that plane, that very large freighter that they're going to have to hire to get him there, he's going to find out that he was wrong.
All right, issue number 3, Josie, briefly. Shane Jones continues his assault on Countdown. This time he wants lotto outlets gone from supermarkets, the aisles there, and he wants the size of the jackpot reduced as well. And he has buy-in from Mr. Cunliffe, as I understand it.
He's talking about the lotto, being able to buy a lotto ticket at the checkout, at the till.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
That's a different issue. Because, I mean, would you feel comfortable with a pokey machine at the end of the till?
Oh, no. That's silly. No.
At all.
No, but that's... Well, yeah,
no.
wouldn't mind.
Well, you see, the thing is... the thing is...
Jones probably does want a pokey machine. His girlfriend works for Sky City.
Here's the thing. The Mad Butcher CEO, he said at the weekend, didn't he, that on jackpot days, sales drop by up to 15% in the Mad Butcher because people are making stupid decisions. They're vulnerable. They're desperate.
Oh, so you want a law to protect stupid people, okay? And the rest of the people get.
This has been happening for years, Josie.
Wait, there's a moral issue here about whether you're going to try and encourage desperate people to make stupid decisions, and I just don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, what a load of rubbish! If they're buying groceries, they've got money for groceries. What's a few $5 on some lotto?
Okay,
well, right with Wolf of Wall Street at the end of each till, and trying to sell them financial advice. I got
to go, folks. I mean, I don't think the jackpots are actually big enough. They should let them roll over like they do in other countries. Seriously.
Worthwhile.
Yeah.
I agree
As
with
long
you,
as I
Larry.
win it.
Yeah, that's right, Cam. We won 150 million instead of 30, don't we? Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
that's
As long
right.
as I win it.
Okay. Josie Pagani and Cameron Slater. News Talk ZB, it's now 8 to 6.